the Iberian Peninsula by Gibraltar. It's the first time as a settled tribe, so I don't really expect to survive very long.
All right, and then Benjamin Magnus.
Ahoy hoy, I am going to be the Bossborn Kingdom up on the Black Sea coastline. All I want to do is trade horses.
Of course. Horathrak.
Yeah, I'll be playing Thrace, the future cradle of civilization.
Oh. And then Commissar Roach.
Hello. I'll be playing as Carthage and trying not to die.
And that is Commissar, not Commissioner. I'm just double checking.
Yes, that is true. Yes.
Enigmatic Rose.
Hello, I am playing in Osina, which is modern-day Brittany. Let's see.
Took me a minute to find you there.
Get pretty well up there. Yep, I'm hiding. No longer in the center of the map.
All right, Windslayer.
Hello, I'm playing Araviskia, a settled tribe that is Druidic, and yeah, I've only got 2 hours with this game, so I'm interested to see how long I can actually survive with people.
Especially with Rome being your closest player neighbor. All right,
Indeed.
and then we've got Mus.
I am playing in Dubonia in what is modern-day Britain, I'd say, more or less. Settled tribe, and it's
Hello, fine people.
Hello. Then we've got OMFG Blondie.
Hello. I am playing in Bactria, way far to the east, far away from everyone else, starting as a satrapy to the Seleucid Empire, and that's going to be my first course of action to change that.
And then we've got Zatalia.
Hello, I'm playing in Egypt, and that's pretty much it, really.
Emnil.
Well, someone has to play migratory tribes, so I'm playing Semnonia, and I'm gonna do some community organizing behind the Rhine with cunning use of flags.
Ooh, nice. Prussian Prince.
Hello again, I guess. So I'm in Sicily. I'm, well, basically playing as Syracuse. We'll be trying to secure Sicily in hopefully a peaceful way. Hopefully nothing going on with Carthage over there.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Absolutely no relations to Carthage whatsoever.
I don't see why we have to worry about each other.
Solar Gamer.
Hello, I am playing as Cilicia in Iberia. Sunny Iberia.
Oh, there you are. Wow, you're tiny.
Yeah, I'm quite tiny right now. But depending on how good I am, that might change. So
I would kind of hope so. At least you don't get smaller.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
And then Lionheart. Lionheart?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I'm back. I forgot to press the push to talk button.
Ah, hello.
First casualty.
The first of many times this morning. I'm playing as the Iceni over in Britain.
Jolly good.
Channel Boudica.
Old Man Mordaith.
Hello, I am playing Napia because Rose told me it was a good idea.
You're in a very good region of the world as well, I approve.
Say.
Lambert.
Belgium?
Well, Southern Netherlands. Lambert.
I'm playing as Tribokia, and I'm going to try and form the Helveti kingdom-y place. And yeah, it's going.
Oh, I didn't even know the Helvetian Confederation was a thing that could be formed. Woo!
Yeah, I'm basically proto-Switzerland.
Future banking then.
Right,
Future
so
murdering Rome.
I think that's everyone introduced that is here currently. We do have a couple of other faces which may show themselves during the actual event. I will introduce those as they show up. I think that would be the easiest way of doing it because I don't know exactly who's here and who's meant to be here. I
just got here. I thought I had another hour. I mixed up my time zone.
Whoops.
Classic.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself then?
I'm Potato McWhiskey, and I'll be playing Ansem Mencia. I have no idea how to pronounce my country, but I haven't actually loaded into the game yet.
Right. Are you going to hot join or are we going to wait?
We can wait. Just it'll take you 5 minutes, surely. Potato, the password.
Yeah, I got the password and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Just nobody say it out loud, just in case. You know, Hey.
What password? Oh, sorry.
Just in case one of the people watching happen
Hunter
to have a
12.
real copy.
There's someone salty out there
Hunter
that has the game that we didn't invite.
To be fair,
Could
I
happen.
tried to get round everyone I know, but I definitely missed somebody.
Hey, Zot. My chat would like to know if this Egypt intends to try and invade Rome as well.
No, I don't intend to fertilize the fields of Rome with my dead bodies.
Can I suggest that maybe you do?
Just do it a bit earlier.
You do whatever you want, Egypt. I'm perfectly fine with you being a great power, and I think we can work together.
Well, if anyone wants
Possibly.
to punch the Seleucid Empire in the face, I'm all up for it.
It's a bit
Sure,
far
just
away
let me
from
go
me.
through Italy and Anatolia, and I'll be right there.
I
Just
couldn't
gotta
possibly
eat through
imagine why
free,
you're
yeah.
scared of the Seleucids. I mean, there's nothing wrong there
I'm
at all.
scared of them. I can't take care of them. It's just gonna be a bit passive for the first 10, 15 years maybe, depending on how good I am at killing people.
If they're still there at the 11-hour mark, maybe we'll be able to get over there. But other than that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, look.
Should I
don't
start
come to me.
invading
I'll
that?
come to you.
Can I just point out that we're all pronouncing it wrong? It's actually Seleucids, apparently.
No, it's not.
There is no
Ew.
L in the end there.
Ew.
It's either Seleucid
Let's not
or
start that
Seleucid.
again.
Oh yeah, right. Hot rod, yeah. Oh, the other one.
I've also
No,
heard
no, everyone knows
Seleucid.
it's Seleucid.
No.
Oh my god, please.
Or we can just go proper heretic and just call them the Seljuks.
Oof.
Or the Empire.
Babylon.
Let's just call them them.
Those guys over there.
Well, to be
Yeah,
honest,
those who shall not be-
considering
the-
the amount
the
of times
others.
that I've
Big
seen
old
them
blue boys.
explode,
That's
we're probably
what
not
I'm
going to have to refer to them for very
Big
much
blue
longer.
blob.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
go. Big blue.
They are
Yeah.
blue and they're big.
I'm okay with that.
They are not going to be blue or big for much longer if I have anything to say about it.
Alexander's Empire 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Mhm.
It's hand boogaloo this time around.
It looks like Potato's in, but I think he's still getting his glass of water.
Okay, yeah, he's not ready and he
Okay.
hasn't chosen a country yet.
Yeah, I can't start without him being back, so...
Yes, we need that ready button to be triggered.
Maybe
Is Agrippa
they
here?
got Embargo wrong again.
Really?
Guys,
We've
does
already
anyone
discussed
know-
this?
Does anyone know about Agrippa Maxentius, the Mastodon player, my neighbor?
He said he'd be here.
I have not heard anything else.
Bum bum bum. He's not here.
I've
Oh, I
pinged
mean,
him,
That's
so...
gonna be sad if he doesn't come because he specifically PM'd me and was like, "I heard this was going on. Can I come?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, buddy."
Oh.
I specifically
no.
pinged him, and, you know...
He can't.
Oh,
Come on.
It's a. It's
someone's
a
gonna
early-
poke him on Steam, so...
It's a very early morning.
Oh,
Yes,
he
we
can
do
join
have
during the
hot-
break.
Yeah, and we have hot joins, so people can just join in.
Huzzah for hot joint.
Yes.
Alright then, let's ready up, I guess.
Come on,
Oh
cat.
yeah.
Here
Come on,
we
buddy.
go.
Buddy. There you go, buddy.
We are in, everybody!
Huzzah!
Still
I
amazing
know.
it's so
Down to
quick.
different voice
Huzzah.
The die has been
Yep,
cast.
I'm gonna move into West Med, I guess.
Retreat to the
Westman.
steps.
Wait,
And I
think,
shall
think
move to my
anything west
commentary
of
box.
Sicily.
Good luck to you
is-
all. Okay, so it is now just us. I'm just going to make sure I've actually got the game music on because I don't think we do. There it is. Alright, so hello everyone. I hope you are doing well on this rather early start. I do apologise for that, but with so many people coming on, and also we wanted to hit that embargo right on the nail, so we are starting here. You're hoping to watch Uldrahill. Uldrahill should be joining us later. He's one of the so-called special guests. So we do have a couple of guest appearances which may happen. I'm just going to scroll on my laptop. Got a bit of a better setup than I usually do to have Discord on like an entirely separate laptop. So Uldrahill, Druzhnik, Feedback, and Provus have all said that they would be here at some point during the 12-hour stream. They just couldn't make it for the beginning. And I totally understand that. It is stupendously early. Except for those of you in Australia, of course, where it's apparently 3 p.m. Anyway, we did do a quick overview of the different players. I think I'm just going to do that again just so we can have a very quick word about what kind of nation they started with, how large they are, their like starting resources, that type of thing. And I'm hoping very much, like one of the things I wanted to do as the commentator is to be able to talk to you guys and say, do you have any questions? Do you want me to explain anything? Do you want me to explore anything? Do you want me to see any of the particular traditions or ideas or laws or governments or anything like that for the various different powers? And I'm not one of the developers. I'm not going to have all of the answers. I have only played this for, I think it's 20-ish hours or something like that. Basically enough to get a couple of games under my belt, sort out the Let's Play, which should also be going live like literally right now. Which was amazing, by the way. You should definitely check that one out later on at youtube.com/Mordred Viking. But yeah, I will try my best to explain, and if not, we can discover that stuff together, or we can, of course, ask the players. Right, so let's start out with Lionheart. No, actually, let's start in the order of this list. So we'll start out with the big boy. Oops. Hello. Oh, hang on, you're on the wrong voice. You're on my laptop right now. What is that? Let me just mute my laptop and see if that fixes things. Say something again? Nope, that is not coming through here. Why not? Try this.
Okay, could you not
Yes.
talk in there or something?
No, it's because I moved channel on my laptop trying to test that out, and I think it basically said, okay, the laptop's now the input, and it wasn't. But it's working now, I know.
Okay, basically there's a message to commentators box, like text chat, which everyone's going to use to message you if there's a problem, so it'd be good to have that open. Also, they'll, if something specific is going on, and it's a good way that that you can contact them quickly as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be lots of pings, and as I was just saying to my chat, I've got a laptop on specifically so I can see that as well. Basically 3 monitors this time.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go tell everybody.
Okay, cool. I'll see you later. Sorry about that. Testing new technology, and clearly it was a good thing that we did, because that kind of screwed up already. Anyway, we were going to start off with Midgeman in Rome. Let me just test the stuff here. So we can do a nation overview, which is this first button over here, and that will give us and nation overview, but it's quite useful because it will show us the total number of pops within his country. So he's currently at 394. I suspect he is going to be one of the larger powers at the start, though definitely not the largest. That honor is probably going to go to Egypt, although I suspect that Carthage will also start larger. And in fact, if we go over to Carthage real quick, yeah, Carthage is 1,000 population already. So early game, Rome is a little bit vulnerable, a little bit fragile, but they are surrounded by really good expansion paths. They've got Eritrea up here, or Etruria, they've got Umbria, they've got various minor powers down here, and in fact a bunch of these minor powers are in fact vassals. And if we go over to the diplomatic map mode, there it is, we can see which their vassals are. The other thing which we will explore as the game goes on is who is trading with who, because trade plays a very big deal, particularly when it comes to the abilities that your nation has. So for example, to build heavy infantry, you require iron. If you don't produce your own iron, you're going to have to buy it from somebody else. So we do need to take that into consideration. Also, I just want to say Arak and Forgotten, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Glad to see so many of you here already. This is pretty fantastic, honestly, seeing as it's so early. On a work day, no less. Alright, so what else can we find out about the nation? I was kind of hoping that there would be a bit of an overview. Oops, need to get used to the controls here. Of their finances and things like that. Now, why can't I click on this? That's very annoying. So ordinarily, you can click on this, and it will give you an even better overview where it tells you like their income, their finances, their standing armies. Apparently I can't see that from observer mode. Huh, okay. We'll have to work around that one. Maybe it's because no, because you can't... Oh, yes, you can. You can select yourself. Okay, that's how you do it. So he's currently got 206 ducats in the bank. He's got 47,000 manpower. This is... Yes, it shows you the information up there. This is just, like, more convenient, especially because it shows you, like, number of cohorts, which isn't displayed up here. We will talk about the different monarch points in a bit. I want to go through the different countries first of all. So he's got 15 cohorts. That's the regiments of his armies, not necessarily at full strength. 4 triremes. There's only triremes, they're the only type of ship in this. A stability of 1. Stability works in exactly the same way as Europa Universalis, so it goes from -3 to +3, so currently at a +1 is pretty decent. He's got 23 cities, so one thing that should be noted is what we would know as provinces from EU4, Crusader Kings, Hearts of Iron, etc., are actually cities in this. So every single one of these small units of land is a separate city. Then all of the cities together in this province, that is the province of Latium. And there are various things which happen on the city side and a couple of things which happen on the province side. Province, for example, is trade, while cities are like populations, buildings, that type of stuff. The score screen is handy for seeing where people are at. Don't know how to get there. I would expect it's up here. So that just shows you the overall scores. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a ledger in this. That's one thing which we have noticed to be missing. Zoom to the capital. We can find a separate location. You can see the message log. Oh, I don't think that's the chat log, though. I was getting all excited because the other observer modes, you can't see chat. It's very annoying. When am I unpausing? I'm not in charge of that. That's entirely Midge. And because we have so many players, we want to give them time to actually set their countries up. But don't worry, we'll be starting soon. Alright, so we have kind of covered the basics of Rome here. I will be diving a little bit deeper into the different players later on. I just want to start out by giving everyone a bit of coverage. So let's head over to Game Gaps. I can't just click on you. I'm going to have to learn where these places are. Where's the player map mode? There. Alright, so Game Gapster, I believe, was over on this side, so if we control click on him, we can see his overview. And in fact, let's use this, just because I love this screen. So he's got currently 131 ducats, he's got 35,000 manpower, 16 cohorts, his total population is 164, so he's about half the size of Rome at the moment, 30 cities, 1 stability. I think that everyone starts at level 1 stability. The other thing we probably should look at is the skill of their leaders. Basically, half of these points get turned into monarch points. So she'll be earning 1 military, 4 civic, 1 oratory, and 0 zeal, or 0 religious, because it rounds down. That is then modified further by your government. So if you hover over this, we can see that Game Gapster starts with 200 military power and is gaining an additional 5 per month. You gain 2 as a base, 2 because his ideas match the government, we'll talk about that in a bit, and then 1 from the tribal leader. If we compare that to Rome, we can see that Rome's leader is a 7968. Quite a lot better. Like Rome's ruler, which is Publius Sempronius Sophus, is quite a lot stronger. Alright. Click on there and click on there. Then we'll go to the Bosphorian Kingdom, which is going to be Ben Magnus. Part of the reason, I must admit, I'm doing it this way is so I can learn where on earth the different players are, so I can move to them a little more quickly. And some of the controls are different from EU4. Right, so if we take a look at the Bosphorian Kingdom, they have 40 money at the moment. I don't see them building anything. They do have a couple of disloyal characters, which could cause problems for them in the future, because disloyal characters lead to civil wars. 23,000 manpower, 7 cohorts, 14 cities, and 104 population. So one of the smaller nations, though I do suspect some of the Germanic tribes in particular will be quite a lot smaller than that. Alright, so that is the situation of the Bosphorian Kingdom. Then we'll go over to Thrace, which is here, Hearthdrack. Whoops, there we go. Nope, it's deselected again. Come on. Uh-oh. And we've got our first out of sync. And I have an announcer message. I'm pausing in 10 seconds, said Mitch, so we will be... In fact, that was probably when we got the outsync. Oh well. Cohorts of the armies, basically like in EU4. Cohorts are the individual regiments. So if you have 3 skirmishers, 3 heavy infantry, and 4 camels, then you would have a total army of 10. That's 10 cohorts. And so the technical difficulties begin, yeah. Oh well. They were bound to happen. I mean, this is a huge multiplayer on a pre-release game. Yes, thanks for explaining that, Dana. So this is years after Rome was formed, so it's nothing to do with AD or BC. So it'll be 450, 451, 452, 453. It would be kind of interesting to see, like, when the Empire was formed by Julius Caesar, birth of Christ, fall of Rome to Attila, that type of thing would be kind of interesting, just so we have a bit of a comparison. So if someone wants to go and Google that would be kind of cool. Alright, so Thrace. Thrace has got quite a lot of money. They are building a lot of heavy infantry, so the guys with the big Roman shield, those are heavy infantry. They take about 50 days. Just double check we're not getting any more messages. No, not at present. I think I'm going to go over to message to commentators, just so I can keep an eye on that. Okay, 16 cohorts, 14 ships. So Thrace actually starts with a pretty mighty fleet. 38 cities and the 300 populations. They are in a pretty good position, actually. I'm quite impressed by Thrace. Alright, Carthage. Carthage with Commissar Roach. I need to make sure I get that one right, because I used to keep calling him Commissioner Roach and it pissed him off. Alright, so Roach has got 350-ish ducats in the bank, 66,000 manpower, 19 cohorts, 62 ships. Carthage is like the naval power of this era. They were only really supplanted by Rome later on, and I think by Egypt later on. But one of the interesting things about Egypt is they do not start out with a wood supply, and you need wood to build ships. And if you have wood, then your ships are also better. So if you have a surplus of wood, then you get extra discipline for your triremes. So it's going to be very interesting to see if anyone actually sells Zate wood or not, because if they don't, no boats for you. Alright, so let's take a look at their other stats. 111 cities and then 1,000 population. So Carthage is really one of the big dogs at the start of this game. Out of sync. Well, we do have hot join on, so hopefully people will be joining in. Oh, it's Emnil. Again, same guy. Right, next up we have Osismia, which is Enigmatic Rose up in Brittany. That one took me a while to find the first time around. So we have 86 ducats. You are not building anything as yet. 20,000 manpower, 8 cohorts, no ships. Which is kind of interesting considering you have a humongous coastline. 1 stability, 8 cities, and then 43 population. Not a huge population. So like I was saying, the civilized nations down here will have a lot more population than the uncivs up in the north will. Hey, Katie. Carthage was founded by Phoenician settlers from modern-day Lebanon. Yeah, Phoenicians were an interesting people, actually. The first time I came across the Phoenicians was Age of Empires 1. They were one of my favourite nations in that. Don't remember why. I think they just had really good ships or something, weirdly. I think they had a strong economy as well. That was a while ago. Alright, then we have Eraviscia, which is Windslayer, which was down here. So if we select you... 9 ducats, so you're probably spending it on a marketplace. Okay, so that's one of the 4 buildings available in the game. We'll talk about that in a bit later. 21,000 manpower, 12 cohorts, no ships. Really? No ships here? That's not a surprise at all. 17 cities and 106 population. That's actually a surprisingly high population for one of the barbarian tribes. Let me just double check. You are a... What's your government type? Tribal chief, so you're definitely a tribe. Alright, then we have got Dobunia, which is Mus up here in Britain. I should mention that Mus's name in this is Dreadbanger, just so you know, that is actually Mus. So we have got 81 ducats. Mus is building a Corinium. So all of the units in this game are flavoured according to their culture. So a Corinium for the British is a light infantry. So there are always like generic names and then also the flavoured names. And the flavoured names are the ones which are displayed pretty much everywhere, except when it comes to discussing modifiers. More about that later. I'm going to keep on saying that just because it allows me to kind of spread out the content that we're going through here. 10 cohorts, no ships. No, not quite landlocked. Stability 13 and then 55 population. Again, one of the lower oh, there it says the government type. Settle tribe. So there are 3 basic types of government. You have tribes, monarchies, and republics. And they do all have unique mechanics, especially when it underpins the decision who the ruler should be. So a tribe is basically the most powerful of the tribal chieftains. A republic is obviously elected, and then the monarchy is hereditary. And then there's also subcategories for every single type of government. So, for example, there's migratory tribes and settled tribes. Migratory tribes are like the most basic form of government, and we have all of the migratory tribes up here in the north of Germany, and then there are also a couple in the Caucasus, and then across into the steppe territories. I think the Scandinavian. So basically all of this is migratory. Most of this is settled. So migratory has become settled, and then down here we have the civilized, which is the republics and the monarchies. For someone that's only played CK2 and Hot to Find 4, is Imperator like either? It's somewhat similar to Crusader Kings in that there are families in all of the various countries. So if we go and have a look at Mus's family tree, for example, if we go here and then characters, families, you can see that there are families with individual people, and you'll be dealing with families more than individual characters, though there are definitely individual characters you need to worry about. So for example, your government consists of 8 advisors, and you need to select from your pool of characters what position you want them to have, plus you can select generals, plus you can select admirals. There'll be challenges on your power, they have a loyalty rating. There's quite a lot of detail, but it doesn't go to the same level as Crusader Kings. So for example, you can't arrange marriages between different characters. There's no genetic manipulation here, there's no alliance mongering, but you can kind of choose how likely someone is to get married by their prominence stat. We'll explore that a little bit later. I want to try and get through the countries as quickly as possible so that we can then start looking at the alliances which are beginning to spring up. And in fact, we have our first wars. Syracuse is currently fighting against something. Syracuse is currently fighting against Akragan, these blue guys. So we can see the couple of armies. Syracuse has got 11,000 troops. It looks like they've already defeated the army, so this is now just a siege. Siege mechanics in this, very similar to that of Europa Universalis. There is a ticking timer here. Every time you finish one of the timers, there is a die roll, and that will change the siege phase. There are different factors, so for example the level of the fortifications. They've built a fort here, plus it's the capital, ergo level 2 fort. And if every level of fort requires 5,000 troops to siege it, so they basically need this full 10,000 stack, plus a couple of their minions have decided to join in too. So they are suffering attrition from this. Yes, you can play as anyone on the map. Was I informed about the bug where the game alliance were broken upon hot join? Yes, we know. It's not the hot join, it's the rehost. We are aware, so there are a couple of house rules that we are playing with, and that is actually one of them. Let me just go and bring up the document that we have where we talk about that. Oh, I closed it. Oh, I've closed that. Oops. I had. Alright, so the rules that we're playing is you may have a maximum of 2 player allies. Just 2. So we have not pre-formed teams or anything like that, although I must say in the Discord everyone's kind of arranged by region until actual alliances start to consolidate. But you can only have 2 player allies. You are not allowed to declare for 1 month after a rehost, and that's for that precise reason, because there is a bug in the game, so when the game is rehosted, all of the alliances are broken. So we need to give the players a bit of time to rebuild their alliances, because in the Dividing the Spoils game, which was put on by Paradox, the Ben was basically knocked out of the game because he lost all of his alliances after a rehost and was immediately declared on. So we've made sure of that. No chain assassinations. Apparently that was a problem in the past. So you can assassinate characters like in CK2. I must admit I have not looked at doing that internationally. I've only looked at doing that within my nation. No exploiting, and don't be a troll. Like, those are fairly generic, but we want to have a good-natured game here. We're not going to be trying to, like, min-max to the absolute maximum in order to win. Like, this is to show off the game to our respective audiences and just to have a good time. I mean, this is a brand new game. We want to enjoy it. We can try to break it later. What I've seen of formables is there's land you don't own when you belong to the nation. What I've seen of formables is there is land You don't own when it belongs to a nation. You don't own, they get a choice to join you automatically. I have not done any forming of nations yet, so I can't say anything about that.